Booker gets it off. 75-72.
Hi again and welcome to the Buffalo Stampede, the basketball edition. I'm Mark Johnson of 850 KOA Radio, your play-by-play voice of the Buffs. Colorado now ranked in the top 25, number 21 in the country after knocking off Kansas in dramatic fashion here at the Coors Event Center, 75-72. Joining us, one of the guys who had a big role in that. In fact, he started that ball game against the Jayhawks. That'd be freshman Jaron Hopkins. That is the way to start your college career, huh? A little bit of fun in that ball game?
Definitely. I mean, the atmosphere was crazy. I've never played in an atmosphere just like that one, and the crowd was involved, and it just got me pumped up.
Buffalo's got off to a slow start, though, in that one. And when you're playing a team like Kansas, that can mean a lot of trouble for you. In fact, they had a 9-point lead there in the first half. Talk a little bit about the way the Buffs started that ball game.
We started off pretty slow. I think we showed good resiliency and able to bounce back and just keep competing and defending. That's the biggest key is defense and rebounding, and that's what got us to win.
What did you learn individually about playing at this level against a team at that level, and what it means in terms of the continued intensity and the level you got to come right out of the gates with?
I think defense is key right at the beginning. When the shot goes up, that's when it's on. So that's what the coaches tell us, and that's what we're going to keep competing after, and we're just going to keep playing.
And was defense the key in getting yourself back in that ball game against Kansas?
Yeah, it was definitely the key. It was defending Wiggins and all the big name kids. So I think we held them to low points and low rebounding. We kept them off the glass, so that was good for us.
You know, a lot of times when kids come in to play at this level, they're so talented. You're not asked to play a lot of defense back in high school. Now, Coach Boyle, I don't know if you know this, he preaches defense a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you heard him say that before?
He does. He preaches
like
it
every 2
day.
minutes?
Yeah. Every day he's on me about defense and how I can be the best defender on the team. So I'm just going to keep working hard and each and every day and trying to get better at defense.
Now, the reason I bring that up, you got to start in that ball game. Of course, with Wesley being out, they moved you into the 3 spot. X moves over to the 4 spot. You were asked to come out, though, and D up Andrew Wiggins, who's the #1 recruit in America. So he's obviously believing in your defensive abilities, coaches.
Yeah. Well, we know he's real capable. He's a real capable scorer. He can score in open court. That's what we tried to limit him in scoring in transition. So I think we did a good job, but I think we can get better at that.
Talk about the atmosphere. You mentioned a moment ago over 11,000. In fact, 11,112 or something, I think, was the attendance for that ball game.
Yeah.
What was that like playing in that court with that kind of crowd intensity here?
It was crazy. The sparks were flying for me. I think that intensity was crazy. It got everybody involved, and the pressure is really on you, so you just got to go out and keep competing as best you can.
Second half of that ball game, Buffaloes were up by 3 at the intermission, 33-30. On, by the way, a last-second shot by Askia Booker. We'll talk more about that in a moment because it duplicated itself there at the end of the ball game. But the Buffs, I thought, really controlled that ball game in the second half in large part.
Yeah, I think we did as well. We maintained our defensive game plan. I think we scored evenly between the second half between both teams, so that was pretty good for us. I think we can get better on the defensive end and just get into the foul line as well on offense. So that really helped us out, and that's what got us the win.
But you knew a team of Kansas's resume was going to make a comeback, and they certainly did there at the end of that first half.
Yeah, we were expecting it. We just prepared for the worst, and then we're just going to keep playing. Coach, he really was on us at halftime about our defensive schemes and rebounding. So that's what we did, and that's how we got out with the win.
Okay, take us to the last play, the game winner by Askia. What was your view of that?
That game play, I've never been a part of anything like that before, especially since the crowd stormed the court. So that was a really big shot for him, and it's crazy. I'm speechless.
When it left his hand, did you think it was in?
I did, because I think it was a good look for him. It was a wide open shot for him, and he knocked it down. He knocked us down in practice, so I really saw that it was going to go in. It was a good shot.
How about the crowd? Student section storming the courts. You got to be careful out there. You can get yourself hurt if you're not careful.
Yeah, I think he got dogpiled, and he wasn't like that too much, but everybody was into it. We were all pushing each other, and It was a good game.
Okay, now here's the key for the Buffaloes. Now, on Friday night, Elon University comes in here. Certainly not a name program people would recognize. You well know, as coaches told you, a very good team from a very good conference. Now, you guys can't afford not to take care of business against Elon. You kind of give back what you earned against Kansas if you don't take care of business on Friday.
Right. I think that game is just as big as the Kansas game. Just coming off a good win like that, teams are known to just slack off and then they end up losing the next game. So we're just going to keep playing hard and hopefully we can keep getting wins.
What does Coach talk to you guys about being ranked now, what that means? I mean, it I guess tangibly means nothing for you guys. It's a number. It's nice to have, but you guys got to keep proving yourself, correct?
Yeah, I think we could make a run to the top 10. Coach doesn't really talk about the rankings or anything like that because he wants to stay humble and have a humble program. So we're just going to keep getting better each and every day, and then hopefully we can keep making advances up into the top 10.
You enjoying yourself this freshman season?
I am. It's fun. It's hard to get acclimated to the program and school and stuff like that, but I'm adjusting.
All right, well, keep up the good work.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is freshman Jaron Hopkins. Buffaloes on Friday night. They've got Elon College in here. That is a 6:30 tip-off. We'll hit the air on our flagship 850 KOA and the Colorado Basketball Network with Buffs warm up at 5:30. For Jaron Hopkins, I'm Mark Johnson. For more on Colorado basketball, here's B.G. Brooks.
Hi, this is B.G. Brooks with CUBuffs.com. We're past the midway point of the non-conference basketball season, and I think you'd agree that Tad Boyle's team has gotten off to a pretty impressive start. Last week was a good one for the Buffs. They busted Fort Collins, got a takeover performance from Spencer Dinwiddie in a hostile environment, and put away rival Colorado State 67-62. Dinwiddie was superb, especially in the second half when he scored 19 of his game-best 28 points and stood out, according to Boyle, as the best player on the court. Hard to argue that point, although freshman Jaron Hopkins contributed a key steal and a stuff, then hit back-to-back three-pointers that played well with Dinwiddie's solid play down the stretch. It all made for a warm and fuzzy bus trip back to Boulder on a frigid Colorado night. 4 days later, the 6th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks visited the Coors Event Center, a building that had begun to feel too much like home when CU was a member of the Big 12 Conference. In fact, KU fans had smugly taken to calling the event center Allen Fieldhouse West, a term that didn't sit well at all with Boyle, a KU alum who wants CU fans to pack their home arena on the merit of who the Buffs are, not who they're matched up against. On Saturday, the CEC, call it the keg if you want, was anything but Allen Fieldhouse West, and the pro-Buffs crowd of 11,113 was treated to watching the Jayhawks' dominance come to an electrifying end. Askia Booker's buzzer beater took down KU 75-72 and ultimately vaulted CU into this week's top 25 AP poll at number 21. Since their season-opening loss to Baylor, the Buffs have won 9 straight, with 3 non-conference games remaining. They get another crack at a top 10 opponent on December 21st in Las Vegas against number 7 Oklahoma State. First, however, there's a Friday night home game against Elon, and following the Oklahoma State game in Vegas is a December 28th home encounter against Georgia. Pac-12 conference play begins on January the 2nd at the Event Center against Oregon State. Boyle has to be pleased with the way his 4 true freshmen and redshirt freshman Wesley Gordon have developed. That's not to say any of them are finished products, only that the babies have started taking more than baby steps. They're stepping up, and that's a very good sign for what lies ahead in January, February, and March. This is B.G. Brooks. You can read my hoops coverage on CUBuffs.com.